Hello guys, and welcome once again to my channel. If you have been here and if you haven't, it is so nice of you to pass by. I do hope that you hit that subscribe button, and if you are subscribed, make sure that you turn on the notifications so that you never miss a video. So for today's video, as you can see by the thumbnail and the title, it is going to be episode 20 of my home decor lifestyle series. So if you want to see how I made this very cool frame, just keep on watching. Okay, let's get started. These are the things that you will need. You will need a poster board, one of those like styrofoamy ones. You're also going to need some Mod Podge or any other glue that you wish to use, some scissors to cut stuff, obviously, a brush to apply the glue. This is optional. Also, a ruler is optional if you want to do something that is more straight. You'll also need some metallic markers, and you'll also need obviously some push pins or thumbtacks or studs, however you want to call them. These two things are optional. It is the command strips in case you want to hang your frame, and also the cardstock paper is optional because you could always just paint your frame or leave it black as is, or whatever other color you choose to use. I chose this one because I really liked that little smoked charcoal purple dark paper that I saw in it. I already had this pack of cardstock, so I just chose to use this, and I thought that the size was really good for what I wanted to use it for. So I'm just going to go ahead and trace that piece of cardstock paper on the styrofoam board, and I'm using the metallic marker for that because since it is black, nothing else would really show up on it. So again, I guess this would be optional because if you have another color of poster board, then you could just use a pen or a pencil or something like that. But the good thing is that these markers are also from the Dollar Tree, as is the poster board and also the little thumbtacks. And also the Mod Podge that I have is not from the Dollar Tree because it is a giant jar of it, but Dollar Tree does have it in a little cute little bottle, so you could just use that and it would be enough for this project. If you weren't using some cardstock paper, you could always use the ruler to trace your square, and guess what? That is also from the Dollar Tree. Honestly, I love the Dollar Tree so much, guys. This is not sponsored, but I just love them so much. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut both of my squares. Now, the cut on this is going to be a little rough because it is a thick poster board and scissors is not the best way to go. I don't have one of those special knives, which I can think of the name of right now, but you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't have one of those, but if you do, I'm sure that your squares would turn out much more neat and put together. But I personally don't mind because I just cleaned it up as much as I could after, and then with the studs around it, you really can't even see it. Once I cut both of my squares out, I'm going to place one of them on the floor and apply some Mod Podge on it, and then I'm going to stick the other one right on top of that. The reason I'm doing this is because the little needle in the studs or thumbtacks is too long for just one poster board, so I doubled it so that the needle wouldn't go completely through the thing. And also for some home artwork, I feel like something thicker was just going to be more appropriate. If you wanted to do this 3 times, 4 times, that would, you could always do that. I use one poster board, so that's $1. If you wanted to double it, you could just buy 2, that's only $2, and so on. So once I stuck those 2 together, I applied Mod Podge on top of the second one once again, and that is to stick my piece of cardboard paper. Also, if you see a knife on the floor at this point, is because I did try to cut the second square with a knife to see if that would be neater, but it really wasn't. I mean, some parts of it were, but it wasn't consistent, so a knife would maybe be a little better, but not really. So an X-Acto knife, that's what that's called. You should use one of those. When you stick the cardboard paper, make sure that you press on it so that you don't have any like wrinkles or air bubbles or anything like that. At this point, I'm just grabbing a white piece of paper and I'm just tracing the M, which is what I want to do in my artwork. That is our last name. So I'm just practicing, and then once I think I got it, I just did it right on top of the cardboard paper. I'm just going to place these studs following the tracing that I already did, and then after I apply all those studs, I make sure to go and erase the pencil lines because the M didn't turn out as neat as I wanted it to be. So when I was applying the studs, I kind of perfected it, and that worked out fine. So I had to just, you know, delete those tracings. And once I do this, I'm going to apply the studs around the frame, and I'm basically applying these on the black line where the two pieces of styrofoam board meet. Once I did that, I felt like the M was a little sparse, so I just doubled the thumbtacks, and I did just use one pack of the little studs, and I still had some left, so this has a ton. And once I'm finished doing that, this project is complete. And that is going to be it for this video. This is how this project turned out. I feel like it looks super chic, super cool, very trendy, very stylish. You can't really see the studs that much from the front, but when you walk into my front door, what you see is the side of it, and I think it looks so cool. Again, this was what, like $3, and I just think it turned out so cool. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.